Today, maybe I will try to wind it up as early as possible because we are going to talk mainly in terms of the real trading stuff. Okay, so which we will not be spending much time on other stuff. So today we are going to see how to trade a straddle like a pro in the sense like a professional trader. Okay, so if you wanted to take a trade in straddle, so what are the things first of all you should know before touching straddle, and then when we are taking the straddle, what are all the things you should be more concerned about, or when you need to adjust, or what kind of setup is the preferred for straddle. Then when you need to either shift the straddle, when you will shift, or when you will make an adjustment. So only those things we are going to discuss more in detail. And end of the session, I will be sharing one of the algo performance, and also like there is some offer for people who are wanting to join for the first month. So that will also I will share. Okay, so we are going to start now. So this is all about me. So myself, I'm Damodran. Okay, I'm masters in aerospace, and I'm from the Institute of MIT, so Madras Institute of Technology. So I worked in Honeywell. Okay, I quit my job in 2019, but meantime I was running all these things. Okay, so in 2000, I started as a trader in 2008, but started doing training in 2012. So was managing capital, and then more of live tradings I've done. So that milestones you can just have a look at it here, because I do not want to spend much time on this. So my total experience is 14 years. Currently managing more than 10 crore in option portfolio. So options portfolio in the sense no blind, no blindly buying and selling. So it's a kind of, I said I wanted to have low risk in mind. So for that I'm doing, and moreover 50 crore AUM of equity portfolio. So this includes mutual fund and stocks, other things. And most of the people have pledged and even part of this option portfolio also. So this is all about briefly about. So coming into the real topic. So straddle definition. First of all, what is straddle definition? Very simple. So whenever at the money call and put combination is called straddle. So when you are selling the straddle, what is called? So when you are selling the straddle, so when you are selling both the call and both the put, so what it is called? Anybody? Yes, short straddle, Satish. Super. Right? Not spread. So somebody has replied in spread, right? So it's a short straddle. So when you buy a call and buy a put, that means what? It is a long straddle, right? Simple as it is. So what does it mean by straddle? Because you know that at different strike prices, you have call and put, right? Call and put. So when the price is here, the spot is here, and if you are trying to sell this call and this put, then you will have pay off something like this. Okay, this. So same way, when you buy this, what will happen? So you will have pay off like this, inverted from this place. So this is just a small introduction, because I'm not going to deep into the basics, all those stuff. So assuming that you guys are already in option traders and knowing all this, what is mean by straddle and standing. So as a part of general definition, I'm just considering. So at the money call. So that means what? If market, where is the market right now? So Nifty is at 17. Where exactly market is there today? 17. So for the purpose of just to understand it better, for the rough idea about the market, what I will say is, yeah. So 180. So what I prefer is I will take somewhere around 17. 200 is the spot. Okay, this is called spot, right? So what would be the at the money? So if I say at the money means what? 17, 200 call and put, right? So this is my strategy. Okay. If let's assume that if market is 17, 160, then which place you will say? So whatever the nearest price, or you can say wherever the C and P, both the premiums are balanced, then that you can consider as at the money. So straddle means what? Taking up same strike call and put. It doesn't mean that 17 150 I take call and 17 200 put is not a straddle. Okay, so same strike, the call and put, you are going to do something. If you are buying the both, It is called what? Long straddle. When you are selling it, it is called short straddle. Right? So, what is the advantage of straddle, first of all? So, we will go to directly payoff investor. So, for that, for the payoff, I'll be using Opstra because I'm a regular user of Opstra. So, for that reason, I always wanted to bring in this page. Okay, so let's assume that I wanted to start this. So, Nifty, I wanted to do. So, this guys right? If I wanted to take current week, then I will select this. Next week or monthly, I will select this. Okay. Now I'm just trying to take monthly. So what is the price? So what is the status? So 227, 218. So almost same price and 17,200 is the status. So if I sell equal quantity, right? So how the payoff looks like? So this is the payoff, right? So at the middle, I have huge profit, and when the market goes in any other direction, my payoff reduces and changes to loss. So that means what? So you can assume that till this range, you have profit, right? So what is the range for your straddle? This is the range, and when it goes out, so what is happening? Whatever you are supposed to get, so the profit is not going to come in, right? So you guys are able to see my screen, right? So somebody is saying a blank screen. Is it so?
Sir, I can see it. I can see it clearly.
Thank you, thank you. So first of all, so this is the basic understanding about what is straddle. So if I reverse it, what is going to happen? If it is a long straddle, so this is just to understand what is payoff, all those things within a very short period of time. Okay. So if you are going long, what is going to happen? So when the market is in this stage, you are going to lose that much, and if market makes a move, then you are going to make money, right? So when you are expecting huge range, then you can think about buying the strategy. I'm not going to say here whether buying or selling is good. So what I'm trying to do is, which is the best way I am doing or I can trade. So I'm not going to take stance like whether buying or selling is good, because many people are asking whether buying is good or selling is good or which day is better for taking straddle. Nothing like that. Okay, first understand what is straddle, what I mean by straddle handling. So then you can decide which will be better way to handle your straddle. So then let's assume that now if you wanted to have, so now this is what? This is something similar to your short future payoff, right? So when you short the market, it goes down, you will be in profit. When it goes up, you will be in loss, right? The same thing. So this is called something called synthetic futures. So if you wanted to go synthetic future short, instead of going future directly in future, if you do this, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Margin will be reduced first. Next thing, so when the market goes down also, so you may not have MTM settlement in. Okay, so these are all like added advantage of trying to know what is this one. So same way, if you reverse both the positions, so what will happen? So it will be synthetic future buy, right? That means what? Instead of buying a future, if you buy this, because for future, many times what will happen? You might face a lot of difficulties in terms of managing an MTM. So this will be better. So you can search for what is synthetic future, what are the advantages. The thing is, if you start with startups, there are many things you need to learn because it is not a simple subject. So what I am trying to do is, so at a money call, so both we will sit. We will come back again to our subject of, so here, and then what are all the things we need to know before. So this is a basic setup of what is straddle. Okay, so at the money, call and put, both you are going to either sell or buy. So I am going to concentrate more on the selling part. Okay, then So what are the advantages? So what are the first advantage? So let's assume that you take this trade and within this month, market is not going beyond this level. Okay. So you are going to get wherever it is there. So if it is going to expire here, you are going to this profit. If it is going to expire, this profit, or it is going to stay here itself for the entire month and on the expiry date it is expiring here, the entire profit you are going to get. Okay. So it does not require you to be very specific on direction. One thing. So slightly, so if you're strong, if your chart is slightly in between this range, so that means what? 16. So you have break even, right? So 16,800 to 17,600. If your chart says there is some kind of pattern which you are expecting for next month to hold, then this can be done rather than taking the direction. Okay, that is the first advantage. The next advantage is actually you can just you can say it is a delta neutral. Delta neutral means what? Very simple. So when the market even moves little in a volatile way, your delta will be in control. But to be frank, all straddles at all the time is not delta neutral because when the market makes a move and then once it moves beyond this point, then delta will be one. So within this half of the range, so roughly within this half of the range, your delta will be controlled. But once it goes beyond the half of your profit range, then you need to concentrate on the delta. So that is the one, you can assume it as delta as an advantage to you, but again, when it goes beyond 50% of your, so from here 50%, so from here 50%, then that is the place you should be concentrating on delta related issues. Okay. So that's the one limitation. So once you cannot assume that is a delta neutral. Maybe at the initial stage it might be delta neutral, but when market makes a move, okay, let's assume that now if I make a, so when I assume that they will put so if the spot if I'm making, okay, if the spot is moving 2.5%, so that means what? When the market is here, then obviously my delta will change, right? Change and from there on, so for every 100 point, I'll be facing equal 100 rupees loss. Okay, that is the issue you need to see. So till at least till half of the places, you can assume that your delta is safe. But once the payoff goes away, okay, then you need to start controlling your delta, and then so that is called, is it delta neutral? Yes, partly delta neutral, but when it is moving out of its green zone, then that is when you need to be understand your delta issue will come. Okay, delta issue means what? Tomorrow, if there is a gap of 300 point against your view, then if your quantity is 50, so net quantity, if you're selling only 50, then means what? For 300 point move, if your delta is 75, assume that your delta is 100 for the safer calculation, right? So what you are going to say? So for 300 point, so 100 point will be released for you. So that is what delta is showing, right? So if you wanted to make it delta neutral, then you need to make adjustments to stay delta neutral. Okay, so that is what you need to understand. So coming into next. So what is POP? So if you are looking at this the probability of profit. What is the probability of profit? It means, so what is happening? So if the market is somewhere here, what is happening? The probability of profit is only 50%. Right? So from here it can go 50% here, 50% here. Right? Slightly on this side I am having profit. So chance of getting profit, not all profit, even 1 rupee or 1 paise profit. So that is the probability of profit. So if the market is here, so when you coin a toss, what is going to happen? 50-50, right? So 50-50 is your chance. Obviously, so on a market time, whether buy or sell, you have 50-50 chance. But why this probability is 43%? Because now when it moves, make a move here, there is a sure shot that it is going to lose, right? And when it make a move here, only small profit, right? That's the reason. So when it is double, sorry, when I move my spot here, okay, when I move my spot and I reset to here, center place, we are getting 55% probability. Why? Because anywhere it can move like this, but still it will try to stay in the green zone. So there is a higher probability of more than 50%. Okay. So what is probability of profit? It is not the surety that you are going to make money out of this. It is like when market makes a move, what is the possible chance that from this position, even you can earn 1 paise or 1 rupee, single unit of profit. It is not the max profit. So probability of profit is just a mere term, it is not a surety term to ensure that you will be in profit. Okay, try to understand, because there are many people who ask me like, sir, if there is any position which can get 99% probability of profit, let me know. Yeah, 99% of profit is, if you sell deep OTM, then obviously you will get 99% probability. But if the market makes a move there, then you are gone. Okay, so if you sell deep OTM, hardly 1 rupee, 5 rupee, 10 rupee will be there. But if market goes there, then it can become 200 rupees, 300 rupees. So for the sake of just 5 rupees, if you are taking that much risk, okay, then that could be the problem you are going to face in your position. So that you need to always concentrate. So, sorry, somebody reminded me. I stopped my video. Okay, sorry. I just switch on my video. I was assuming that it was running again. Okay, now, so what is probability of profit? And there are some shadow lines, right? 1 sigma, 2 sigma. So you might have studied that it is a standard deviation, but do you know what does it mean exactly? What does this mean? Anybody? Any payoff, if you refer, it will have all the components, right? So this is, you can call it as water level or sea level or whatever it is. So above that it will be profit, below that it will be always loss. This is the place where the profit is turning to loss. So you can call it as BEP, right? Yeah, SD. What is SD? Standard deviation. What do you understand by standard deviation, first of all? Any either a colloquial meaning or whatever you understand. Don't copy from a net what is standard deviation. Basically, what is standard deviation generally refers as according to your own understanding, and not by the bookish stuffs or whatever it is. Okay. So most of the things are probabilistic in nature, right? Even the market is probabilistic in nature, right? So what is going to be the standard deviation? Okay. So I will explain you with a picture later. So what is standard deviation? I will go into detail. So what is risk and reward? So what is risk and reward means, see, generally looking at this picture. So what is the maximum reward you are going to get in this? Even if you stay till here and if the expiry is at this place, 20,000, right? Max to max 20,000 is your reward. Then what should be your risk? Not more than 20. At least if you keep a risk reward of 1:1, right? So should not lose more than 20. So that is a basic rule I generally keep. So whenever you are looking for some credit, that is a max profit you are going to get. So whenever you are losing something, do not lose more than the max credit. Sometimes I used to take credit for 2 lakhs, 2.5 lakhs, then whatever my position should not go beyond 2.5 lakhs. That is a general rule I keep. Okay, to maintain the position or shift the position, adjust the position, or you can say to give up the position. Max to max, I will try to give up this position if this MTM is going beyond 20,000. So I will try to do all the kind of firefighting adjustment, all those things. But basically, what is the max profit? Possible profit is there. This max profit is only 22. So whenever this position is going beyond 22, so max to max, and then I will try to give up. Okay, that is generally the risk reward. But to be frank, as an option seller, you generally take one risk. Basically, you can go for, so this is your reward, and this will be your risk. When it comes to options, okay, that too option selling, this is the general reward people generally face. Okay, if you are selling it for 10 rupees, people let it allow for 30 rupees. That is not an issue. But why in option selling, probability is more? So even probability is more, but you should not let that 1 to 100. Okay, so max to max, if at all, if you ask me what is the better risk reward is, so for 1 rupee reward, max to max, you can have 3 rupees risk in terms of options. Okay, not more than that, because you have an additional edge of probability of profit. Because generally, if you buy or sell, 50% is the probability profit. Okay, so 50% is the general probability of profit. So because of the additional, we have 5%. So as the time goes, you will be the enjoyer of even the time value also. That is the one reason why you can afford to have reward as 1, risk as 3. Okay. So that is the general risk reward I generally keep. In case if you wanted to have idea about what needs to be done, you can also. What is the technical setup to trade the strategy? Okay. So today, these are all the touch points we will be discussing in today. Okay. So what is POP? We already discussed. Okay. Standard deviation we are going to see. Risk reward we already discussed. Generally, what I do is this. So max to max, even if I am a lethargic trader, I will keep here. What I say is, it is my reward. Okay. This will be my risk. So whenever you come to cash market, this will be ulta, right? People say for 1 rupee risk, I want 5 rupees reward. But whereas to options portfolio, I generally keep 1:5 means what? So max to max, if I get 1 lakh, so risk I can take is 5 lakh. But the probability of profit will be on the other side. Okay. And somebody is asking about 1D or 2D. So I will come into first discussing about what is 1D, 2D, and then you can decide which is better for you. Okay. So technical setups to trade straddle. So we have seen what is the payoff you have seen. Payoff is something like this, right? So this is your zone for market to give you profit, right? So that means what? So you just convert this into this scale. So you should have this range of projection for your next. So let's assume that if you are trading in weekly, then your projection should be within this range. If you are trading for monthly, then your monthly projection should be based on what is your break, so BEP range. Okay. So what does it show? So whenever you feel like market is going to be range bound, but which range? So whichever straddle you are going to select, that range market approximately need to do, right? So let's come and see what is current week straddle, what is current month straddle values are. So when you should do monthly or when you should avoid all those things. Okay. So let's jump into now. So even I will, just for the sake of, because Bank Nifty will have higher premiums compared to Nifty and volatility is also more. So assume that now if I'm selecting current month, so where is my 39,400, right? What is the at the money? Do you agree? This is the at the money. So if I sell, so what is happening? You don't need to sell even if you just mark 420 rupees, 400 rupees. That means what? From here, 800 point is your range, and both sides, your chart is something like this. Unless and until if your chart says, right? I'm just opening my chart also. Give you some time. Okay. So let's assume that this is Nifty chart, right? Let me pull the Bank Nifty chart. Okay. So now you tell me, like, see, when this week will get over, which is the 20th, right? So that means what? From year to year. What is the range you are expecting? If your range is within 400 points year and year, then you can think about trading the straddle of currency. So because many people are asking, sir, which straddle to take? Very simple. So if you look at this option, so what is happening? 400. So here you have taken this, right? So 39,300. Already sold. So what is happening? So you no need to look at even payoff, right? So 39,400, 400, both the premiums together. That means what? 822 is the break even. So here 800 points max you can go. Here 800 points you can max to max. This is the range. If this is your range for the, if this is your range for the current week based on the chart, then we are current next week. Current week only. So that means what? So whatever you are seeing, huh? So this level, right? What 38, 500, 40, 200, right? So if you have, if at all, if at all, if you feel like market is not going to break this range in the current week, then only you think about taking this straddle. But what is happening? So what is happening? Last 4 5 days, how the range is this much, right? Last 3 4 days, if you look at the range is itself this much, right? Many times it may happen, it may not happen, but you need to see what is happening. So which is the best way to trade? So if this is not practically possible in the last few sessions, then you ignore this trade. So what is going to happen? So ignore the sales means this week you may not be able to trade, right? So frankly I'm speaking, I'm not saying what to be traded. Let's assume that now if I'm just looking at monthly, let's assume that now I'm looking at monthly. So okay, let's assume now I'm 24th. I'm doing sorry, Bank Nifty, right? 24th if I'm doing again 39,500, I will take it as right. So the 24th I need to select 24th. If I'm looking for monthly, little higher expiry, right? 39,500. If I sell this 1 lot, so just concentrate on the premium, right? So 1,000, right? Roughly 2,200 points. Okay, but what is happening is within the month, if I feel like it is not going to break, then this is going to be my thought process. So when to kickstart? So whenever your range, so from the chart, so that means what? So for the monthly range, if you look, so even that is not possible, right? Any trend line or whatever you draw, you wanted to draw. Okay. Let's assume that now I wanted to draw a channel, something like this. Okay. Let's assume that now I want to draw a channel, parallel channel. Okay. Assuming that these are all my bottoms, and I wanted to draw like this. If my view is something like this, okay, I'm not drawn exactly, but you can have it. If your view is something like this, right? If your view is something like this, then you can take this weekly strategy. Agree? Because the premium is abiding by the range what you have chosen as a technical setup. Right? Technical setup is what? So you can see some people can use this trend line. Okay, somebody can use this trend line. So if you want the market to move in this range, then also if it is feasible, you can think about starting that strategy. So that is the first setup you need to know. So what is the general range you are expecting? So I am trying to have a pattern or a kind of setup in Nifty or Bank Nifty based on the chart process. So if you feel like, okay, no sir, I don't know about trend line, I just wanted to have only horizontal line. I know only that. So if you feel like this is the range, so obviously what is going to happen? If there is a breakout, then same distance level you need to maintain another range, right? So if this range breaks, then this is my target. So to accommodate this setup, you need to go for straddle. Getting the point? What is it? So what is the technical setup to trade straddle? Whenever you wanted to think about, so assume that if today you wanted to take a straddle of currency, so within 400 to 500 points, if market consolidate, so that is a setup available based on the premium. But does the technical analysis also or the chart also suggest the same? Then there is a huge possibility that you can get good money in the current week straddle itself. Okay. The technical triggers for adjusting and shifting, I will discuss now. Okay. So, are you clear about what is POP? Standard deviation, we will see. Risk and reward, what I mean by risk and reward. When I say risk and reward, 1 is to 2. That means what? For me, 1 is the reward I'm going to get in this trade. Okay, 2 is my risk. So, I generally always talk in terms of 1 is to 2. And then what is the basic technical setup? First of all, it should accommodate that whatever technically your straddle range is there in terms of chart also. Then you can think about straddle. Otherwise, don't even think about it. That is why then there is a huge possibility that whatever you are looking at a straddle in terms of premium, there is a fair chance that it can drag you to the other end of the range. Okay. So till now all clear? Till now all clear? Any doubts? Anything you wanted to have clarity about what we've been discussing? Because from here on we can discuss more into more of real-time trading. Okay. So please do let me know. The max drawdown in the case is because looking at your payoff, it is endless, right? It is endless because your loss will be keep on adding. Let's assume that if there is a circuit, then there is a possibility that you can lose here. Okay. So for that, if you wanted to protect your loss at 1.5 lakh, you can buy this call at this trade, sorry, put. And if you wanted to protect this at this point, then you can protect. But only thing is that is not going to save you because out of 1.75 lakh, then 1.5 lakh is going to be lost. So initially, if you are trading, so that is why you can decide your max drawdown based on your risk reward, or you can even start with the protection. Okay. Yeah, we have not even come into what is the real strategy standard. So you can backtest this strategy, no issues. But first, try to understand what I mean by straddle and how I am going to manage it. Then you can think about what is best. Okay, so which is to backtest and all those things. Because whatever I'm trying to share is whatever you have gone through. Okay. So what is probability of profit? We have seen. So probability of profit is nothing but it is not a surety. Okay. So when the market is making a move, so what is the possibility that you are going to make 1% of, not even 1%. So even 1 paisa of profit. So at least in profit, not in max profit. So that is called the probability of profit. Then one standard deviation. So here I wanted to show you like this is all more technical, but to be frank, if you wanted to understand, so generally we see most of the things, the market and many things, even the science data which we are collecting now, are probabilistic in nature. Okay, that is the first assumption generally people consider. What does it mean? First, one standard deviation. What does it means? So if you are considering one standard deviation, okay, whatever is happening. So when you are in this range, it is going to cover 68% of that. Means what? When your payoff is in 1 SD, that means what? If you are trying to maintain your payoff in 1 SD, so 68% of the time you will be making profit. That is the probability of profit. So what market, if market is here, okay, then if market is going here, then what you should from here, your 1 SD will be something here. So your payoff, if it's accommodating, then what is going to happen? 68% of the time you are going to be in profit. Let's say assume that you take 100 trades. When you try to accommodate only 1 SD, okay, not just by taking the initial position. Okay, what does it mean, sir? So when market is here, just wanted to just take this thing. Okay, just take this thing. Okay, market is here. Let's assume that now market is sorry, not SD. So market is after some 2-5% now. What is going to happen? So from here, tomorrow if market is down this much, so what is going to happen? From here, 1 SD is coming here, right? But here this side 1 SD is not favoring you. So that is generally why I say when the market moves more than 50%, you try to either shift the position or adjust the position. That means what? So if you wanted to stay in profit 68% of the time, you can just match it only for one delta. If you can match it for 2 sigma, then what is going to happen? 95% of the time you can match it, but you cannot extend your payoff like this, man. You cannot extend your payoff. So what you can do is very simple. In case if you wanted to extend your payoff like this, so you can sell a call, you can sell a put here. So that means what your payoff will be something like this. Okay, but that only that will be very small amount. Okay, and if there is any move beyond 2 sigma, then obviously you will face lot of risk. Okay, so you cannot accommodate all the risk, but understanding 1 sigma is only simple. So whatever the outcomes, so whatever something, when something is probabilistic in nature, market is probabilistic in nature. So what are the possible outcomes? So if you can accommodate for the 1 sigma level, that means what? So 68% of the time you will be making profit. Generally, when it comes to technical answers, you look for a system with more than 65% or 60% success ratio, right? So for many people, even this is fine. Okay, but only thing is when you initiate a position at that time, the center will be somewhere, but after market it makes a move, then your 1 SD might be moving somewhere else. Okay, so you need to have check on where the honesty level. So what is thing is, so whenever market is moving, so not every minute, every second, every day. So but when market takes some triggers, then what you need to do? So from that trigger, you make new honesty levels and then try to accommodate. So that will be the best idea about trying to understand what is honesty rather than by hurting the definition of honesty or trying to explain what is it. Okay. So 1SD means, so whenever you are holding your position within 1SD, there is a possibility of 68% of profit in your trade. Okay, let's assume that 100 trades you're trying to do, then mostly 68% of the trade you will be making good money. So that is what standard deviation says. Okay, so now straddle setup and risk reward. Generally, any setup to be followed, I already said, work out on some patterns. Let it be charts, let it be trend line, let it be even a kind of box. You need to find first of all what is your range, right? And one more thing. Okay, now we will go with majorly live stores. Okay, so I just wanted to go with live stuff. So this is our Telegram channel, Tanish Capital Telegram channel. Are you guys part of it? Because I'm going to start from this one only where I have given. Okay, so I'm just putting you in chat. Okay, in the chat box you will get the link of this. Join this channel because I'll be trying to update my every view. So let's now going to start my view. Okay, you need a proper setup, right? Now I'm taking United Spirits. That means McDowell. You're able to see the chart. Is this setup is clear? The market is trying to form a channel in this one, channel in this one, right? You guys are able to see the chart. So if you are looking for where to look for the chart, okay, I have already given you the Telegram channel link. So go here. I'm already updating all my trades, updates, whatever my views, whatever reports you are getting here. So you will get it here. Okay. So this chart I'm referring. So let's assume that now this is my view, right? So next, so this is an hourly chart. So max to max till here. So till here, what is my range I'm expecting? So here can it go like this or it can go like this, right? Max to max. If I wanted to refine my range for the next, right? Because the monthly expiry will be on this place, somewhere around this place. So that is the reason why I wanted to project something like within only. So this is my chart and setup. So how do I can do my trade? So I can, so I say like if I consider this is the median because this is center of both the charts, right? So 860 is my straddle, but it is not at the money. Agree? 860 is my straddle, but it is not at the money. But when market was at this place, now even at that time I initiated this 860 position. So that means what? When market makes a move from here. Now let's assume that market is here only. So what you can do? Exactly at the center, right? Because this approximate center is here, this approximate center. See, it doesn't mean that it should stay at center, but my payoff should be something like this, right? When it stays at the center, because this is the payoff you're looking at, right? This is the payoff you are going to look at. So what I do, I generally take 860 at the money call, at the money put, right? So it was trading around 60 rupees. Okay. So I will explain. I will explain whatever I'm having this position. No, I will try to explain. So you guys are getting first of all what I mean by setup, because you guys rather than drawing on paper need a live example, right? Like that will be much useful, right? Okay. So okay, this is the trade I've started. Initially, I started with okay. For the time being, I'm just deleting. Okay, what are all the trade I've done? I'm just trying to showcase. So when market is at 860, okay, around 830 or 840, at the time I found seems to be like 860 is the mid place, but market was somewhere here. But I feel like this is the center place. That is the reason why I had eccentric premium, not an exact premium. Okay, market was here. So do you understand why that setup? Because It is in this range center and this range also somewhere in the center. So even though market is at 840, I initiated at 860 because that is the place where I'm expecting center, and even if you're looking at chart and all those things seems to be there. But what is happening very next day? So I'm just opening McDowell chart also. Please listen to this guys carefully because nobody explained in live market. Okay, so and to add to the point, so I just wanted to share you guys. These are all the real trades only because many people will be thinking. Okay, this is the McDowell. Okay, so whatever you are looking at this place. So first of all, 860 call 19.5 rupees, 42.43. It is there, right? That is what we are looking at, right? Usually, what has happened after that? So I was expecting this to hold because at that time market was this place only. So I was expecting this swing to hold because that is the base, but that swing also triggered means it has broke down, right? It has broke down. So that is so any trigger for adjusting the position. So first of all, technically it should have some swing breakdown. So if my market goes ups in this, so what I will do? So once the swing is breaking, then only I will think about changing this pattern, right? Because what I need to do, because now market is at this place. Now one sigma is somewhere here, right? My one sigma stays here, but this place I'm having one sigma here. But what I need to do? I need to somehow do something like this. Then if my green is something like this, now then I will have 68% probability of profit. Agree? Are we in line? When to look for trigger? What to do in terms of 1SD? Do you guys get it? And you guys are getting? So I taken a trade, but yes, when do you break the trade? As I said, when there is a technical trigger, right? Technically, this is a breakdown, right? Even on 15 minutes chart. So this was my previous time, many time it took support, right? Many people draw this and go, but only thing is nobody will show in live market. Okay, so you can consider this as your demand and supply. Once this broke out, once this broke down, what we need to do? We need to look for adjustment, right? Guys, are we in line? Because I'm not seeing whether anybody is replying or not. Because I'm trying to teach you like what needs to be done in a live market. Okay. So what I can do? So what I need to do? I need to look for some arrangement where I can make me pay off something like this also, or it can be something like this also. I need to make this loss needs to get vanish away or needs to accommodate beyond this level, right? Right? By doing that, so what I did very simple. And initially, if you look at what is capital depend, because many people do lot of adjustment, but require lot of capital for each and every adjustment. But what we need to do is very simple. Let's assume that. Okay. So if 144 is your capital, initial deployed capital is 144, right? This is the first trade I done. So after this adjustment, what has happened? You need only 153. Generally, what people do, you bring another 2 lakh, then only I can adjust, like that people will say, right? But what we need to take care is trigger for adjustment is proper and trying to accommodate 1 sigma, right? And moreover, no extra additional money is required. So if you can trade this with 2 lakh or 3 lakh profit, you can trade like this. Generally, what I keep is use only 50% of capital in any trade. Generally, that is the rule I say. So even with 1.5 lakh, even see, this is going to be like this now. So what has happened? After that, giving it a breakdown, right? It has given a breakdown, but after that it is going up. Then again, morning also opened, but it is down. So it is trying to torture us in terms of move and volatility, right? But what we have done is very simple. Trying to accommodate. And then now you see, even if you are considering 3 lakh, 2% is my profit. Now itself I can book. Right? So how do you take a straddle? First of all, what is the technical triggers and what is the adjustment? Adjustment is simple, nothing. See, this time this place I wanted to initiate more profit, right? So that means what? I bought a call, I sold a put, that's it. But ensured that my risk, my reward, my range, all things are in check. And moreover, without adding huge capital. Okay, earlier it was 1.4 lakh, now it is just 1.5 lakh. So you just need to try to learn these things only. Not say by selling this, okay, sir, market is going down. No, can I sell another extra lot? Sell. If you sell, you may need another 1 lakh. Okay, these are all the things you need to concentrate to effectively manage. So in case, see, because this is a monthly portion, no issues. So you can use hourly chart, even 2 hours chart, 3 hours chart. But in case if you wanted to deploy a straddle in intraday and wanted to check like this or do like this, then it is very difficult for you to manage your position, right? Because many people are asking, sir, how do I manage intraday? When to start? When to start? Right? Agree? So when you wanted to have lower time frame, you need to have this kind of setups as a rules, and then the rule has to take care of itself. So when you are going for intraday, okay, then it is better to go with algo model setups, okay, because the rule is fixed and as per the rule it will go. So just by following the rule, this is what we are going to get, right? And this trade, even this trade, this adjustment trade is already here. So you can cross check. Okay, I'm not. So many people now will just draw something in the air and escape in the name of saying you can do all these things. Okay, whatever I mentioned, it is done. Right, initially started with this lag. This is the trade, and every trade is marked up with exact values. Right. So all the trades. So 39.9 rupees, 15.78. That means including my brokerage, I have just reduced. Okay. So I bought it for 39.9, even sold it for 15.16. Guys, yeah, algo is already possible, bro. I'm going to explain you that algo also. But try to understand that. If you wanted to do the straddle, no, there is a cost. There is always a better way to manage it. Okay, that is what I'm trying to teach you. Okay, in case if you wanted to learn more in detail, like how to adjust, when to adjust, then you can think about joining our courses. Like when you feel like somebody is doing it properly, no, with proof, then only you can rely them for learning. If somebody is not doing, only on paper if they are doing, and if you're trying to learn from them, then obviously they themselves is not doing, then what is the value you're going to get from learning from them? So this is the part of like what I wanted to say. This is the live real case of how you need to be done. See, it does not need to be only a strategy. It can be many things. Okay, because now I will show you like what are all the questions I'm having. Okay, so something like this. So when your view is bullish, how to create position like this? Okay, but still make money out of it. And there, see, this is not the only way you need to make money. Okay, so even this position you can do something like this. Okay, something like this. So when to initiate monthly position, when to initiate next month position, but with proper rules and proper logics. Okay, just like that you cannot sell call both the puts and calls, but you need to say, so deploy when I deploy this. So this trade is there, right? So this trade is there. Somebody will be asking, sir, whether we are doing this trade or just only tracking. Even the same account I can show you. So this is a 24th 7,500 long lot, 22 lot, long lot, 22 lot, right? So this is a closed trade, so may not be there. So long lot, 22 lot, right? So I'm just putting Nifty 24, right? Long lot, 22 lots, long lot, 22 lots. Profits are there, right? So thing is, try to learn. Try to learn proper things. Okay, see, you need not to be like swift on the feet and all those things. So again, coming back to our real, so this is how it needs to be done. So in case if you wanted to learn or if you wanted to just hear all these things, be part of this group. Tanish Kapil, I already shared you all the links. Okay, you can join here. Okay, be part of it. I'll be updating all my views, all my updates with any session I'm conducting. Even today's session of Zebu session, I've updated here as a part of. So you are going to get all these things. Okay, nothing paid here. Okay, only when you wanted to learn something on your own and wanted to have our specific time, you can think about coming to the classes. Otherwise, you can learn from all these things. Okay, what is the view? So even if you look at our view now, so even I said McDowell can bounce from here. So it has bounced exactly from there. Okay, just you can cross check. So I'm initiating bullish view at this point. Okay, so same like you can have. So day before yesterday, I said the market is going to make a bounce. Did we see a bounce? Or did we trade? First of all, did we see as a bounce is called it is na may bolataka na? Many people are saying no, I said, but did we trade? So that is what I'm saying. So we don't say, we also trade because we are managing people's money. Okay, because I think this risk part of it, we need to concentrate more. So we don't indulge in futures. We don't do in option buying. We generally do only option setups. Okay. So are we clear? Any setup to be followed? Yes. Any rules for risk reward? So initially I said if your reward is 1, whenever you are doing straddle, make sure that if you are losing that 1 lakh, then you should exit. That is a major risk reward you need to keep in terms of straddle. So when you are targeting for 20k, then max to max, you need to give up on 20k loss, you should give up. Okay, that is my rule. Sir, any trigger for adjustment? How I said, mark the swings. Then when the swings breaks down, then adjust your 1 sigma to accommodate your payoff. Right? Are there any triggers to shifting the straddle? Yes. If you are taking position today, say there is a monthly expiry. Within 2 days, if the market is making a move, then shift the straddle. Easily you can shift the straddle. When there is after shifting, you still have time and premium. Then you can shift the straddle. Otherwise, you can close the risk. Something like this, what we have done. Otherwise, you can shift the straddle. So, are we clear about this point? Then, if this is clear, then we will talk about this algo part. Are we clear? Are we finished everything? Any doubts on this? Please do let me know. Are we clear? Right? No points unturned, right? Everything I have clearly said. If at all, if you are looking for only simple algo in positional, yes, because you have time, you can adjust, you can look at market, do the things. But when it comes to intraday, then it will be little difficult, right? So now, okay. So there is an algo which we are doing personally for our clients and our own accounts. Okay. So if at all, if you wanted to just know about this. Okay, just I'm clicking back. This is the consistent compounder algo. So team 11 is my actually my operation team, which takes care of most of the trainings, most of the automations, most of the trade. So this is a part of Tanish Capital. So this is the consistent compounder. Okay, if at all, if you're already using TradeTron, then you can think about it. So capital required is I kept it as 8 lakh, but at least with 6 lakh you can start this. Okay, 6 to 6.5 lakhs you can take. On the conservative side, I have marked. And when it comes to okay, so what is the capital required? So it is an intraday strategy. Okay, so this is a basket stop loss of 2%. So that means what max to max on any day it can lose only. So not more than 15k. Okay, that is the exit algorithm I have put. And if you wanted to see what is the risk and how this is running, okay. So even I will try to open it in. I have different algos. Okay, only thing is very simple. So this is the consistent compounder algo. This is right. So this is my login. Okay, this is my login. Okay, you're able to see this is a live account and that is Zebo account, right? So people can use Zebo account, many accounts. Okay, as per the whatever TradeRun is providing, you can do this is a broker account, live whatever. Okay, so deployed on 28th September. From 28th September, I'm running it live. Okay, so even I measured it as 10 lakh, more conservative. Okay, though I said with 6.5 lakhs we can do, but I'm saying because this is where the capitals are returns are calculated. Okay, I do not want to over push my return percentage. That is a major reason why I kept like this. Okay, so if you do like this, it will take care of everything, right? These are all the profits you are looking, and end of the day, this is the profit. So if you wanted to look at how this statistics looks like, okay, so slowly, steadily, why consistent compounder might be slight lag rounds will be there, but system itself will take care. It will go on like this, and it will go on like this. You can. So what I generally make is something like this because on 28th of September only we have done deployed. So for the September only 2 days or 3 days are there, but yes, October it is running and still we are only 14th, right? So what I expect is like if I don't do anything, because why I'm doing 10 lakh is here because in this account capital is there, I'm just allocated only 10 lakhs. So not only this algo, even many algos I have done. So actually you can think about it. So if you wanted to have, but only thing is you need to have just a second. So you need to have at least 6 to 6.5 lakhs. Then if you're having something idle, say there is a capital you wanted to pledge. Okay. So everything. So boss, this is what I'm saying, boss. Leo put back tested. I'm showing it on live. I have deployed it. And I will be deploying all along with you because this is my own account, my client account. Okay. So all together, this is the steps. Okay. What else I would like to just a second, just a second. Okay, so you can avail this algo just for 99 for the first month. This is only for like now because I have not let my anything to go out because this, whatever we are doing, whatever we are doing it for our own sake because at the starting of the presentation I said right, whatever we are doing is mainly for not for letting others. We do manage this only to accommodate our own AEM we are building. Okay, so that is the reason why we always back test the results in terms of risk and reward. We'll also forward test, okay, with a very small capital, and then only we will go for large deployment for 5 clients. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm saying. So if you wanted to use this algo, if you're having 6.5 lakhs, okay, for the first month you can avail it for only just 99. So this is there. Okay, so what I'm expecting is something. I'm expecting 3 to 4% of return from algo, but I'm not going to deploy all my capital because I'll be deploying 20 to 30 lakhs in positional. Okay, 10 lakhs I kept it only for algo. Algo available for option buying is there, but only thing is, see, I will also explain. So if somebody is looking for, because I am not yet listed for outsiders. Okay, and, maybe I will show. I will show because I worked on it, but generally I'm against option buying, but doing some forward testing. Okay, I will show you here. If somebody is looking for option buying, I will just try to get my algos here. Just give me a second. Because we will be deploying many strategies. Okay, we will be deploying many, a lot of strategies. So algo buy is there. I will try to let you know, like because we do have different accounts. I will show you what is the. I think I already explained in my here itself. We do have algo for option buying also, but only thing is the drawdowns will be slightly higher when it comes to buy because you see. So this is the algo. which I'm referring, because we have not listed anything on the marketplace, okay, because we are doing it only for ourselves and for my students and my clients. I'm not listing it at anywhere. Okay, this is the algo which I'm looking for. So an option buy. Okay, on 15th or 14th we have tested with only 20,000, almost gave 18k. But only thing is, I generally don't prefer people to go for option buy. Why it will happen if any drawdown will be there now? Drawdown will be 30% because loss will be only 3,000, 4,000. But comparatively with respect to capital, you will face like drawdown will be 30%. Okay, 6,000 loss in 20k is 30%, right? So for that reason, I don't prefer. Rather, I would say again on the same concept, I have done something for algo for lower capital. So for within 2 lakh capital, within 2 lakh capital, because this is a momentum based stuff. So you can think about it. So this is a 2 lakh capital. So slowly, steadily it will grow. Even if it comes a drawdown of 4,000, 2,000, then drawdown might not be big because you have a capital of 2 lakhs. Okay, so even the drawdown seems to be like, then it will inch higher. This we have not listed anywhere. Okay, in case if you wanted to have idea about those things, I think I have already here it is there. Okay, so this is already there. So you guys can think about it and you can take it with my team. Okay, I have given the link of the post, so you can refer to that post, and my team will try to help you on professional mutual benefit basis. If at all, if you feel like needs to be done. Okay, so that is what I wanted to know. If somebody is not having any algo or not the first time wanted to do, then you can use this. So this is the live result like what I shared, because I've already logged in and show you the, instead of looking just only at the paper, I just showed you how this is going, right? So you can take the trade run. If you're already having, then you can subscribe. Okay, if you don't have, then you can use this link to for sign up. So if at all, if you wanted to sign up, you can use this link. I'm sending it in chat. Okay, so this is the sign up link. You can sign it in Patreon. Okay, and I'm also sharing you. So this is my, because we don't do it anything for our this thing. Okay, on marketplace, this is the only one strategy I think we have deployed. Okay, this is the sniper buy and so this is what I was saying. When it comes to option buying, so when momentum is not there, like last 2 days, when momentum is not there, there is a possibility that your profit can come down. But on the scale of 20k, any 4k loss will be little higher. Okay, and when it comes to option sleeper sell, same thing. Okay, so even you can assume that. So on a 22 lakh capital, okay, so you will still make 4.5%, right? On an option buying, you will double your capital, but I don't look at doubling and all because I am having huge money to deploy, right? So that is the thing. So these are all the things. These are all the things which we generally deploy. Okay, we do a lot of stuff. We do most of the forward testing at our own accounts, and then we decide which accounts to be copied. So many steps, even auto adjustment, all those things we are running. Surely we are going to come up with more and more algos, which is going to make money for us. And with that proof, we are going to list it on the marketplace, not just like with back tested results. Okay, so if somebody is looking for back tested results, these are all live results. Okay, so what I wanted to say is these are all live results. Whatever you are looking are live results, and this is like if you wanted to be part of that, search for Tanish Dash Capital YouTube channel. There will be a lot of learning because we've been doing this from 2019, 20 in YouTube. So you will get a lot of stuff. So on Twitter, this is my profile. You can be follower of it, but I'm not very active. But you can keep connected in that profile. Okay. So already you're aware of our Telegram channel where I've already shared. So please check your chat box. I've already shared your Telegram link also. This is my number. This is my number. You can note it down and you can call me anytime regarding whatever services. Generally, what we do is we do account management for clients. So you can even reach out for that subject also, but that is not the context of this session. So I think that's the update from my side. I hope you guys got enough stuff, I guess.
Yes, sir. It was quite good. And one more thing, not only that, I mean, he didn't mention one thing. He also does mentoring for a lot of people. A lot of people he has done mentoring, and he has some premium courses also. So don't think that I mean you have, I mean you have learned so many things here for free. That is, there are premium courses that is available where we will be hand holding you for 6 months. That is about 1.5 lakh rupees. For those people who are very, very serious and want to learn about making money through options, please consider that. But for those people who may not say, okay, fine, I don't have 1.5 lakh rupees, probably I will try with some 10,000. Here is a link for that. You can register with it. Only those people who are interested, you think that there is value in this session, then please click on the link and pay. For those others who don't want to participate in this paid session, we will not be calling you and asking you. But one thing we want you to do is do attend. We will be conducting a lot of free sessions. Please do attend those sessions. We'll be bringing a lot of speakers because we believe that our clients needs to be trained properly on their trading tools as well as the trading strategies and do's and don'ts and all these things. We'll be bringing a lot of sessions and a lot of speakers like him, experts like him. But in my personal opinion, he is one of the best, if not the best, I have seen in trading. So take his guidance. He has given your, I mean, his number. Please do call him when you can. And happy trading to you. And,
So any queries do you guys have? Whatever you have discussed, any queries do you have? You can hand raise also. In case if you wanted to ask as a voice, you can hand raise. We will unmute you. So you can talk to me. You can ask. Otherwise, you can raise in the chat.
Yes, that would be great. We had a good session today. So let's finish up with some interesting and interactive ways.
Because what you are going to carry is depends upon the what you are going to ask. Because either there is two parts to it. Either you understand it completely or you don't understand it all. That is when you go with no questions. So any queries, guys? Any queries?
If there is a problem with chat, raise your hand also.
Yeah. If you can raise your hand, we'll allow you to talk. We can discuss because it will be more easy. I will also get a lot of things. So what needs to be concentrated on next session from attenders' point of view?
Okay. For the people who are staying back, we'll just ask you one more thing. This session is good. I mean, I liked it personally. Hope you liked it too. For next session also, I mean, after this is done, let us know that what are the other topics you want to, I mean, want to learn. Please let us know that too. First, we'll finish up with this session. Please ask question because to pull him again, because he goes and talks in a lot of conferences, trader conferences, and last time he did a program for money control also, attended by many hundred people. So not easy to get hold of him. Since he is here, ask him questions. That'll be good for everyone. Okay, we'll do one thing. Sir, the question is, we need expiry strategy on Bank Nifty. Tamar, sir, your this thing is muted.
No, you can note down this as a topic. We need expiry strategy on Bank Nifty.
Oh, this is the new topic, is it? Or is it?
We need expiry strategy on Bank Nifty. Anything related to now we have discussed.
Okay. So expiry strategy on this thing.
topic lang cover பண்ணலாம்.
Okay, two of the people raised their hands.
So you can allow them, sir.
Okay, Mr. Sakti. Yeah, please allow them. Yeah. To talk.
Unmute பண்ணீங்க, Satish and Sakti. Both are allowed. Unmute பண்ணிட்டு you can ask your question.
Hi Damodaran sir.
Hi bro, உங்க நேம் சத்யா.
எனக்கு சதீஷ்.
சொல்லுங்க சதீஷ்.
சார் எனக்கு அந்த டெல்டா நியூட்ரல் கான்செப்ட் மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் கிளியரா புரியல. அதுக்கப்புறம் உங்களோட மெக்டாவல் அந்த சார்ட் ரெஃபரன்ஸ் நான் பார்த்தேன். நீங்க உங்களோட டெலகிராம் நான் வந்து ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். அதுல வந்து நீங்க பண்ண அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட் மட்டும் திரும்ப ஒரு தடவை ரிப்பீட் பண்ண முடியுமா? எனக்கு என்ன புரிஞ்சதுன்னா நீங்க வந்து ஷார்ட் ஸ்ட்ராடல் போட்டுட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் திரும்ப அந்த ஸ்விங்கை வந்து பிரேக் பண்ணி திரும்ப ரிவர்ஸ் ஆகுறப்ப நீங்க ஆப்ஷன், அதாவது எக்ஸிஸ்டிங் பொசிஷன் வந்து க்ளோஸ் பண்ணாம நீங்க புதுசா வந்து புட் ஆப்ஷன் வந்து செல் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. கரெக்ட்டா?
என்னோட ஸ்கிரீன் தெரியுது. ஓகே. புட் ஆப்ஷன் பிளைண்டா செல் பண்ணல ப்ரோ. இப்போ இதான். இப்போ என்ன ஆயிடும்னா, இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல 860ல இருக்கேன். ஸோ இந்த இடத்துல வந்து இந்த லோ உடைச்ச மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. கரெக்டா? நான் அன்னைக்கு வந்து 800 வரைக்கும் போயிடுச்சு. கரெக்டா? ஸோ அப்புறம் இந்த லோ உடைஞ்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் ஆக்சுவலா புட் எடுத்தோடனே பே ஆஃப் இப்படி இருந்துச்சு. கரெக்டுங்களா? ஸோ அண்டர்லைங் இங்க இருக்கும், பே ஆஃப் இப்படி இருந்துச்சு. கரெக்டா? The moment I got this, so what I need to do is I need to either close this risk இல்லனா extend this risk. ரெண்டு தான். இல்ல வந்து புட்ட செல் பண்ணனும் அப்படிலாம் கிடையாது. பேசிக்கா நான் என்ன சொன்னேன், மார்க்கெட் இங்க இருக்கு, இங்க இருந்து 1 சிக்மாக்கு I need to accommodate my position. கரெக்ட்டா? சோ அப்ப என்ன பண்ணலாம், ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இங்க இருக்க ரிஸ்க் வந்து கட் பண்ண ட்ரை பண்ணலாம். அப்படி இல்லனா you can extend it somewhere like this. கரெக்ட்டா?
ஓகே.
இந்த பே ஆஃப் வந்து இப்படி பாக்குறப்போ இனிஷியலா இப்படி இருந்தப்போ இப்படி இருந்துச்சு.
கரெக்ட்.
கரெக்டா இப்படி இருந்துச்சு. முக்கியமா இருந்திருக்கேன் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பாருங்க. இப்படி இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ ஒன்ஸ் இந்த லோ வந்தோடனே என்ன பண்ணணும், இப்போ ஆக்சுவலாக என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கேன், ஒன்றும் இல்லை. இப்போ ஒரு பேசிக்காக இதான் ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் வச்சுக்கோங்களேன். கால் பை பண்ணீங்கன்னா என்ன போகுது, இங்கேருந்து இப்படி போகுது. கரெக்டா? ஒரு காலை பை பண்ணீங்கன்னா ப்ராஃபிட் இப்படி வந்துடும். கரெக்டா? காலை செல் பண்ணீங்கன்னா இப்படி வந்துடும். கரெக்டா? அதே மாதிரி புட்டை பை பண்ணீங்கன்னா இப்படி போகுது. கரெக்டா? புட்டை பை பண்ணீங்கன்னா இப்படி போகுது, புட்டை செல் பண்ணா இப்படி போகுது. நம்ம குவாட்ரண்ட்ல வச்சிருப்போம்ல மேக்ஸ், நம்ம மேக்ஸ் தான் யூஸ் பண்றேன். ஸோ இப்போ somewhere at this point I need to extend like this. அப்ப என்ன பண்ணனும், இது பண்ணனும். கரெக்ட்டா?
ஓகே.
ரைட்? அத பண்ணாதான் இது இப்படி ஆகும். கரெக்ட் தானே?
கரெக்ட்.
So I don't sell put. So நான் ஒரு ரேஷா பண்ணிருக்கேன். அந்த ரேஷா வந்து இந்த இடத்துல இருந்து இப்படி ஏத்தி இப்படி பண்ணிருக்கேன். தட் மீன்ஸ் வாட், இந்த இடத்துல அகாமடேட் பண்ணிருக்கேன். பழைய ரேஞ்சையும் உடைச்சிக்கிறேன், புதுசா அகாமடேட் பண்ணிருக்கேன். ஸோ இது பேசிக்கா தான் என்னோட ஆப்ஷன் ப்ரோசஸ்ல வந்து நான் இதெல்லாம் கிளீனா சொல்லி தருவேன். இப்போ இது வந்து எப்படி பண்ணணும், ஸோ டெல்டாவனா எதை நோக்கணும், இந்த ஷேப் வந்து எப்படி எடுத்துட்டு வரணும். இப்போ இது புரியுதா? நீங்க எதிர்பார்த்ததுக்கும் ஆக்சுவலா நான் புட்டெல்லாம் செல் பண்ணல. ஆக்சுவலா ஐ வாஸ் எக்ஸ்பெக்டிங் திஸ் டு க்ரோ திஸ். அப்போ இதான் என்னோட ரெஃபரன்ஸ். காலை செல் பண்ணுமா, இதை பண்ணா கால் பை. கரெக்டா?
ஓகே.
அந்த இடத்துல வந்து ஒரு சும்மா ஒரு சீட் கோட் மாதிரி யூ கேன் யூஸ் இட். ஐ மேட் வெரி சிம்பிள் ப்ரோ, வெரி சிம்பிள். ஒன்றும் இல்லை, நான் சொல்ற மாதிரி 50% மட்டும் எப்போ டிப்ளாய் பண்ணாலும் சரி, எவ்வளவு பெரிய மூவ் இருந்தாலும் சரி, யூ கேன் மேனேஜ்.
ஓகே.
அதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும். அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட்ல மெயின் என்னன்னா, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 1.43 இருந்துச்சு, இப்போ பண்ணதுல 1.5 லேக் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம். சரியா? அதே மாதிரி ரேஞ்ச் எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் பண்ணிருக்கோம். நிறைய பேர் பண்றேன் இன்னைக்கு தேதிக்கு. நான் இருக்கேன் 2008ல இருந்து மார்க்கெட்ல இருக்கேன். நானும் பாக்குறேன், யூடியூப்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு தான் இருக்கிறேன். எல்லாரும் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, இந்த காலுக்கு இந்த புட்டை செல் பண்ணுவாங்க, இந்த புட்டுக்கு அந்த காலை செல் பண்ணுவாங்க. பட் என்ன ஆயிடும்னா, கேபிட்டல் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா பயங்கரமா தேவைப்படும். ஓகேவா? கேபிட்டல் யூ நீட் டு டெவலப் யுவர் கேபிட்டல், இனிஷியல் கேபிட்டல். அதுக்கப்புறம் மார்க்கெட் திரும்பி பழைய இடத்துல போச்சுன்னா ப்ராஃபிட் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் மார்க்கெட் திரும்பி 860 வந்துச்சுன்னா ப்ராஃபிட் இருக்காது. கரெக்ட் தானே? ஸோ அதெல்லாம் நான் வந்து பார்த்து செதுக்கி வச்சிருக்கேன். பிகாஸ் ஐ ட்ரேடட் ஆன் மை ஓன் மணி, மை கிளைண்ட் மணின்றப்ப இது எல்லாமே வந்து இதெல்லாம் புக்ல எல்லாம் கிடைக்காது. அப்படி இல்லைன்னா அதை யூ நீட் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் திஸ் மேக்ஸ். ஏன்னா நான் வந்து மாஸ்டர்ஸ் இன் ஏரோஸ்பேஸ் சயின்ஸ் அண்ட் மேக்ஸ், அதை தான் இங்க முழுக்க டிப்ளாய் பண்ணிருக்கேன். ஃபுல் அண்ட் ஃபுல் ட்ரிக்னாமெட்ரி இதெல்லாம். அது வந்து ட்ரிக்னாமெட்ரியா சொல்லி தரமோ உங்களுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி சிம்பிளாவே சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்கோம். தட் இஸ் வாட் யூ ஆர் கோயிங் டு கெட். ஏன்னா ரொம்ப சிம்பிள் தான். அந்த ட்ரேட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒன்றும் ட்ரேட்லாம் எதுவுமே இல்லை. பட் ட்ரேடோட மெயின் பர்பஸே அதாங்க. திரும்பி வந்துச்சுனாலும் நீங்க ஏன்னா இந்த ரேஞ்ச் அகாமடேட் பண்ணி தானே உங்களுக்கு. இது உடஞ்சு இங்க வந்தாலும் திரும்பி நான் ப்ராஃபிட் இருக்கணும். கரெக்ட் தானே? ஒன்ஸ் இது உடஞ்சதுன்னா தென் ஐ கேன்
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நீங்க இனிஷியேட் பண்ண பொசிஷன் வந்து அட்ஜஸ்ட்மென்ட் அப்பவே வந்து க்ளோஸ் பண்ணாம வச்சிருக்கணும். எனக்கு திரும்ப ரிவர்சல் ஆகும்.
க்ளோஸ் பண்ணாம வச்சிருக்கணும்னு இல்ல ப்ரோ, அதுதான் சொல்றேன். ஏன்னா ஒரு சில நேரம் என்ன ஆயிடும்னா, நீங்க க்ளோஸ் பண்ணாம வச்சீங்கன்னா லாஸ் அதிகமா வந்துடும். நீங்க ப்ராஃபிட் பண்ணோம், லாஸ் நிறைய பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்றது தான் பர்பஸ். மை ட்ரேடு, ஏன்னா நிறைய பேர் அதான் சொல்றாங்க, ஏன்னா மிஸ்கைடியன்ற சென்ஸ் அவங்களுக்கே நிறைய பேருக்கு தெரியாது. நான் அந்த ட்ரேடாவே எடுக்கிறேன்னு வச்சுங்களேன், இந்த ட்ரேடை நான் எடுக்கிறேன், உங்களுக்கு இந்த ட்ரேடு தான். நிறைய பேர் என்னன்னா ஜஸ்ட் வாயில சொல்லிட்டு போயிடுவாங்க, ட்ரேடிங் ஆல்சோ. சரி, அது ஒரு பெரிய ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கு. நீங்க இப்படி வந்தா இப்படி நவுத்தி போயிட்டு போயிடுங்கன்னு வாயில சொல்லிட்டு போயிடுவாங்க. சரி, இப்போ இதுல எப்படி ஆச்சு? இந்த இதுக்கு கரெக்ட் தானே, திரும்பி உள்ள வந்தாலும் இப்பயே நாளைக்கே வந்து இவ்வளவு தூரம் வந்தாலும் ப்ராஃபிட் இருக்கும், கரெக்டா? ஸோ இதான், இது வந்து எப்படின்னா வின்வின் தான் நீங்க பார்க்கணும். கேபிட்டலே அதிகமாக டிப்ளாய் பண்ணக்கூடாது, ரேஞ்சே அகாமடேட் பண்ணணும், திரும்பி வந்தாலும் ப்ராஃபிட் வரணும். சரி, ஒரே மாத்திரல எல்லாமே சரியா வந்தோம்னா அதுதான் பண்ணணும். பட் ஆனால் யூ நீட் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் திஸ். அதுவும் எல்லாமே இப்போ இந்த மாதிரி பண்றதெல்லாம் ஒன்றும் இல்லை. நான் இதை ட்ராக்கிங் பண்ணி ஐ கேன் ஷோ யூ, அஸ்யூமிங் தட் இஃப் ஐ புட் 35னா அது எக்ஸ்ட்ரானரி ப்ராஃபிட்ல தான் இருக்கும். இஃப் யூ வில்லிங் இதை மட்டும் நம்பி நம்ம முன்னாடியே போனீங்கன்னா நம்மளோட மக்கள் யாருமே இருக்க மாட்டாங்க. கரெக்டா? திஸ் இஸ் ஜஸ்ட் அ ட்ராக்கிங். கரெக்டா? தட் இஸ் ரீசன் வை ஐ அம் ஷோயிங். இதை வந்து நான் காமிச்ச ரீசன் வந்து என்னன்னா, இப்போ அதெல்லாம் இருக்கா, கரெக்டா இருக்கா, டூயிங் தட். ஏன்னா நீங்க போடும்போது நீங்க என்ன கதவுன்னா சொல்லிடலாம், சரியா? ஸோ யூ நீட் டு லேர்ன் ஃப்ரம் பீப்புள் ஹூ ஆர் டூயிங் இட் வித் லைவ் மார்க்கெட் அண்ட் தேர் ஷுட் பி எ டூவர்ஸ். சரி, அப்போ இதெல்லாமே கரெக்டாக அந்த ரேட்ல இருக்கா அப்படின்றதையும் கிராஸ் செக் பண்ணிங்கன்னா நாளைக்கு நீங்க இதை எடுத்து சும்மா போட்டாலும் காசு வரும். நான் இது சும்மா இதை எடுத்து நான் போடுறேன்னு வச்சுங்களேன், 10% ப்ராஃபிட்னு சொல்லிட்டு என் எடுத்து நீங்க நிற்க கூடாது. அட்லீஸ்ட் பேசிக் கிரவுண்ட் செக்கிங்லாம் நீங்க பண்ணிடுங்க. கரெக்டு தானே? நாளைக்கு நீங்க இதை போட்டாலும் இது வரும், கரெக்டு தானே? ஸோ அந்த ஆஸ்பெக்ட்லயும் நீங்க பாருங்க. மோர் இன்டு மார்க்கெட்னா நீங்க அது உங்களுக்கு புரியும். அதனால தான் ஐ ஆல்வேஸ் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் வித் ரியல் ட்ரேட். ஏன்னா அந்த மென்டரிங் தோ வி ஆர் சார்ஜிங் 1.5 lakhsனாலும் 6 மாசம் என் கூட உட்காந்து உங்களோட கேபிட்டலுக்கு இதே மாதிரி நீங்க கற்றுக்க போறீங்க. பட் நோபடி வில் கிவ் யூ, ஐ கேன் அஷ்யூர் யூ. நானும் பார்த்துருக்கேன், எல்லாரையுமே பார்த்துருக்கிறேன். ஸோ அதுதான் நீங்க லேர்னிங்கா எடுத்துட்டு போகணும். இப்போ நீங்க கேட்ட கேள்வி கரெக்டாக தான். நான் புட்டெல்லாம் செல்லாம் பண்ணல, ஜஸ்ட் ட்ரை டு அக்காமடேட். அதை வந்து சிம்பிளா என்னோட இந்த லாங்குவேஜ்ல உங்களை நான் அக்காமடேட் பண்ணிக்க சொல்லிட்டேன். இப்போ நான் சொன்னதை இதுக்குள்ள வந்திருக்கும். எனி செட்டப் ஃபாலோ பண்ணணுமா, கரெக்ட். எனி ரூல்ஸ் ஃபார் ரிஸ்க் ரிவார்டு, கரெக்ட். அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட்டுக்கு ட்ரிகர் இருக்கா, எப்போ ஷிஃப்ட் பண்ணணும், என்ன பண்ணணும், அக்காமடேட் பண்ணணும், அதுதான் 1 சிக்மான்னு பேசணும், கரெக்டா? ஸோ 1 சிக்மா இப்படி வந்துச்சு. அதே சமயத்தில் அதே மாதிரி தான், வெறும் இப்படி மட்டும் செல் பண்ணி விட்டுறக்கூடாது. எல்லாரும் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, ஒரு புட்டு மட்டும் செல் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க, அப்புறம் 800 இருந்து 840 பண்ணோடனே அழுவாங்க, ஐயோ 800ல போயிடுச்சு ஆப்ரேட்டர் ஸ்டாக்கு சொல்றவங்களா இருக்காங்க, கரெக்டு தானே? ஸோ யூ நீட் டு பிளான் அக்கார்டிங்லி, எல்லாமே பண்ணணும் நீங்க. ஸோ அதை லைவ் மார்க்கெட்ல பண்ணீங்கன்னா இப்போ இது வந்து ஒரிஜினலாக வச்சிருக்கேன், இது ஒரிஜினல் ட்ரேடு. இந்த ஒரிஜினல் ட்ரேடுக்கு ஸோ ஈவன் நான் 3 lakh கேபிட்டல்ல நான் 6 lakh பண்ணா கூட சாரி 6000 பண்ண கூட எனக்கு இட்ஸ் குட் ட்ரேட். யூ ஃபெயில் ஆயிடுச்சு, மாத்திட்டேன், எல்லாம் போட்டுட்டேன், ஸோ ஸ்டில் ஐம் மேக்கிங் குட் மணிப்பேன். ஸோ ஈவன் கன்சிடரிங் 5 lakh கேபிட்டல் இதை பண்ணா கூட போதும். புரிஞ்சுதா ப்ரோ?
புரிஞ்சு. அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த டெல்டா நியூட்ரல் அந்த கான்செப்ட் வந்து திரும்ப எக்ஸ்பிளைன்.
இல்லை, டெல்டா நியூட்ரல்ன்றது ரொம்ப சிம்பிள் ப்ரோ. ஏன்னா இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா டெல்டா வந்து 2 இருக்குது, கரெக்டாக. இப்போ மேலே போச்சுன்னா என்ன ஆகும், ஒரு 100 பாயிண்ட் போகுதுன்னு வச்சுங்களேன், டெல்டா வந்து 2 ரூபா தான் உங்களுக்கு அஃபெக்ட் ஆகும், கரெக்டாக. அதான் நியூட்ரல்னு சொல்கிற மீனிங். இப்போ இதே
ஓகே ஓகே
டெல்டா நியூட்ரல்னா இப்போ 100 இருந்தாலும் அதை நீங்கள் திரும்பி நல் பண்ணி 0 கிட்ட வச்சுக்கணும். அப்போ தான் உங்களுக்கு மூவ் வந்தால் எதுவும் வராது. அப்போ என்ன வரும், நீங்கள் அப்படியே எப்படி சொல்கிறது, பூனை வந்து பாதி பாதியாக பிச்சை கதை சொல்லுவாங்களே, ஆப்பத்தை இது சரியில்லை இதில் கொஞ்சம் பிச்சா மாதிரி, அப்புறம் இது சரியில்லை இதில் கொஞ்சம் பிச்சா மாதிரி. ஸோ டெல்டா நியூட்ரல்ன்றது ஆக்சுவலாக பார்த்தீங்கன்னா டெல்டா நியூட்ரல் எப்பவுமே டெல்டா நியூட்ரலாக இருக்குது. மார்க்கெட் க்ளோஸ் ஆகிருக்கும் போது மட்டும் தான் டெல்டா நியூட்ரல். சடன் இப்போ மார்க்கெட் இங்கே வந்து நின்றுச்சுன்னு வச்சுக்கலாம், இந்த நியூட்ரலாகவே இருக்காது. மேபி பாசிட்டிவாக இருக்கலாம், இல்லை நெகட்டிவாக இருக்கலாம். ஸோ அதை நல்லிஃபை பண்ணோம்னா பண்ணோம், அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி பொசிஷன் ஆட் பண்ணிங்கன்னா தான் அது நல்லிஃபை ஆகும். ஸோ எவ்வளோ குவான்டிட்டி ஓப்பன் வச்சிருக்கீங்களோ அது பேசிக்காக டெல்டா நியூட்ரல்னா பேசிக்காக என்ன சொல்லலாம்னா, இப்போ நான் 625 குவான்டிட்டி தான் ஷார்ட், கரெக்டா? எனி டைரக்ஷனு ஒரு லெக் தான் ஓப்பன்ல இருக்கு, கரெக்டா? ஸோ 625 ஜென்ரலாக ஓப்பன் குவான்டிட்டி என்னவோ அதை எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா அதில் 20%க்கு மேலே டெல்டா போகாம பார்த்துக்கணும், அதான் டெல்டா நியூட்ரல். ஸோ இதெல்லாம் நான் டீட்டெயிலாக அங்கே அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணும்போது உங்களுக்கு டீட்டெயிலாக சொல்லிடுறேன். பட் நீங்கள் கேட்கறதுனால சொல்கிறேன். ஸோ இப்போ 20% 625ல 20%னா என்னாச்சு, 10% 60 ஆச்சா? ஸோ 120க்கு மேலே டெல்டா மாறினாலே யூ ஷுட் ஸ்டார்ட் அட்ஜஸ்டிங் திஸ் பொசிஷன். ஏன்னா ஓப்பன் லெக் 1 லெக் இருக்குது, ஏன்னா அதுதான் டெல்டா, கடைசியாக ஒன் டெல்டா 625 தான் மாறும் கடைசியா ரூபி டேர்ம்ல போட்டிங்கன்னா. ஏன்னா ஒரு லாட் ஓப்பனாக இருக்குல்ல, 625 தான் லாட் சைஸு. ஸோ வெளில போகப்போ 100 பாயிண்ட் வெளில போச்சுன்னா என்ன போகும், 100 × 625 தான் வெளில போகும். கரெக்டா? இந்த இதில் வெளில வந்துச்சுன்னா ஏன்னா ஒரு லாட் தான் வெளில இருக்கு. எவ்வளோதான் பை பண்ணி வெளில போட்டாலும் ஒரு லாட் தான் ஓப்பனாக இருக்கு. ஸோ ஓப்பன் லாட் எவ்வளவோ அதான் ஓப்பன் ரிஸ்க் வரப்போகுது. கரெக்டு தானே? இப்போ ஸ்பாட் இவ்வளோ தூரம் போயிடுச்சுன்னா உங்கள் டெல்டா எப்படி இருக்கும்? இவ்வளோ தூரம் போயிடும். இதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து டெல்டா வந்து அப்படியே போயினே தான் இருக்கும். ஸோ இன் டர்ம்ஸ் ஆஃப் ரூபி டர்ம்ஸில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இப்போ கிரீக்ஸ் பார்க்குறீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, இப்போ ருபீஸில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இப்படி தான் இருக்கும். இப்போ டெல்டா வந்து டோட்டலாக இப்போ 18 இருக்குது. கரெக்டா? அப்போ 120 ப்ளஸ் ஆர் மைனஸ் வரைக்கும் இந்த பொசிஷன் ஹேண்டில் பண்ணலாம். ஏன்னா 625 நெட்டு லாஸ் இருக்குதா? நெட்டுக்கு ஓப்பன் லாட் எவ்வளோ இருக்கோ அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் நீங்கள் பண்ணணும். அது ஒரு என்ன சொல்றது, அது ஆக்சுவலாக புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா அதுக்கப்புறம் பண்ண ஈஸி ஆகிடும். இப்போ இங்கே போயிடுச்சுன்னு வச்சுக்கலாம், இப்போ இந்த பக்கம் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா எப்படி இருந்தாலும் டெல்டா என்ன ஆகிடும், அப்படியே 625. இதுக்கப்புறம் எவ்வளோ மூவ் வந்தாலும் ஒரு பாயிண்ட்டுக்கு ஒரு ரூபா போயிட்டே இருக்கும். கரெக்டு தானே? இந்த இடத்துல வந்துச்சுன்னா அதை போய் நீங்கள் டெல்டா நியூட்ரல் பண்ணவே முடியாது. ஸோ அவங்க முன்னாடிலேருந்தே டெல்டா நியூட்ரல் மேனேஜ் பண்ணிங்கன்னா, இப்போ அதனால தான் பர்பஸாக சொல்கிறது வந்து அந்த 1 சிக்மாக்குள்ள. ஏன்னா இப்போ இங்கேருந்து மார்க்கெட் 1 சிக்மாக்குள்ள இருந்துச்சுன்னா தெர் இஸ் ஃபேர் சான்ஸ் தட் 68% யூ வில் மேக் மணி. ஆனால் எப்படி அகாமடேட் பண்ணுவீங்க? இவ்வளோ தூரம் அப்படியே படுத்துச்சுல, 1 லட்ச ரூபா நெகட்டிவ் யூஸ் பண்ணதே 1.4, 1 லட்ச ரூபாவில் போய் எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும்?
ஓகே, புரிஞ்சு.
சரி, அதுக்கு டெல்டா நியூட்ரல் வில் பி மச் மோர் ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல். ஏன்னா இப்போ நீங்கள் கேபிட்டல் பெருசாக யூஸ் பண்ணலன்னா பிரச்சனை இல்லை. பட் கேபிட்டல் டைட்டாக யூஸ் பண்ணுறீங்க அப்படின்றப்போ நீங்கள் டெல்டா வந்து ரொம்ப உஷாராகவே பார்க்கணும். ஸோ மொத்தமே 2 lakhs தான் வச்சிருக்கீங்க, இந்த பொசிஷன் டிப்ளாய் பண்ணுறீங்கன்னா அப்போ டெல்டா நியூட்ரல் மஸ்ட் பி இன் யுவர் ஹைஸ்.
புரிஞ்சு.
ஓகே ப்ரோ, தேங்க்ஸ் ப்ரோ. ஸோ வேறு யாராவது கோரி இருக்கா? ஸோ சாந்தகுமார் கேட்குறாரு, வென் டு எக்ஸிட் பிகாஸ் எக்ஸ்பைரி. சார் ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை ப்ரோ, யூ கேன் எக்ஸிட் ஆன் when you have enough profit. அப்புறம் இல்லைனா ஜஸ்ட் 2-3 days or 1 week before expiry. ஏன்னா 1 week before expiry brokers will be charging extra margins in stocks. So better third week முடிஞ்சு fourth week start ஆகும்போது you can exit your positions. In terms of stocks, index you can carry it till end. For when you are trading in stocks, because you are asking expiry liquidity issue, better you trade close it before 1 week. ஸோ ஹார்ட்லி என்ன வரப்போகுது, ஒரு 50 காசு 50 காசு வச்சா கூட ஒரு 600 தான் குறைய போகுது. ஸ்டில் ஐ வில் பி மேக்கிங் 5,500 rupees ப்ராஃபிட். ஓகே. ஸோ எனி மோர் queries or else we can wind up the session. I already shared my number also. Okay. So this is my number. Okay. You can reach me on this number if you wanted to get more details about either learning இல்லைனா ஃபண்டு எப்படி மேனேஜ் பண்ணலாம், இல்லை எப்படி இந்த ஆல்கோ பண்ணலாம். ஸோ யூ கேன் ரீச் ஆன் திஸ் நம்பர் ஆல்சோ இன்கேஸ் இஃப் யூ வாண்டட் டு டூ. ஆர் எல்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் மை சைட் ஐ திங்க் ஐம் டன். சுரேஷ் சார் இருக்கீங்களா?
சார் இப்போ பார்த்துட்டு ஓகே, நீங்க சொன்னது சரி. ஸோ ஏற்கனவே நான் உங்களுக்கு அந்த ப்ரீமியம் கோர்ஸோட இதுவும் நான் கொடுத்துருக்கேன், லிங்க் கொடுத்துருக்கேன். அகைன் ஐ வில் ட்ரை டு போஸ்ட்.
யாரா கத்துக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா, யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா?
இருக்கிறவங்க மட்டும் இது பண்ணலாம். We will not call you and ask you to join. Only those people who are really interested, you can run this.
But either Suresh sir இல்ல என் நம்பர் கூட ரீச் பண்ணலாம்.
You can always reach out to Mr. Damodaran. He will guide you properly.
சரி, என்ன நம்ம லேர்ன் பண்ணுவோம், அதுல இருந்து என்ன நாலேஜ் கிடைக்கும் அப்படின்றத இன்னும் ஃபர்தரா டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணலாம். you can reach on me.
Yes, please get in touch with him. ஓகே, ஸோ தட்ஸ் இட் நினைக்கிறேன். ப்ளீஸ் பரவாயில்ல, நிறைய பேர் வந்து இந்த செஷன் முடியும் இவ்வளோ நேரம் ஆகும், 5:30 முடிய வேண்டிய செஷன் இவ்வளோ நேரம் ஆகும். மக்கள் வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. தேங்க்யூ ஆல் இவ்வளோ நேரம் வெயிட் பண்ணதுக்கு. இன்னும் ஒரு செஷனோட நாங்கள் கூடிய சீக்கிரமே உங்களை வந்து மீட் பண்ணுறோம். ப்ளீஸ் இந்த மாதிரி நெக்ஸ்ட் செஷன் வரும்போது ஜாயின் பண்ணுங்க. தேங்க்யூ. ஹாப்பி அண்ட் ப்ராஃபிட்டபிள் ட்ரேடிங் டு யூ ஆல் அண்ட் நைஸ் வீக்கெண்ட். தேங்க்யூ தாமன் சார். தேங்க்யூ.
தேங்க்யூ சார்.